Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. So today's video is going to be a little different than what I normally talk about, but I just decided I no longer want to be ashamed of who I am, and I no longer want to feel bad about being this. And it's currently Pride Month, so obviously people are talking about it, but I just decided to talk about me being asexual. So y'all probably know I do identify as asexual. I found out when I was 16, maybe. I'm 24 now, and I still identify as that, as crazy as it sounds. I am asexual and gray romantic, and I can kind of try and explain asexuality the best I can, and I just really want to talk about it. So, asexual means the best way to put it is you're not sexually attracted to anybody. I am gray romantic, which means I don't really fall in love very often. I'm not 100% aromantic. Um, I am gray romantic. I've like, I used to fall in love all the time when I was younger, but as an adult, I really just don't do it anymore. It's not even just because I've been with the same person. I don't even really think it has to do anything with that. I'm just always so pushy of the fact that I really am not interested in a lot of people. And I've realized that that's okay. Um, Gray romantic, I mean, some gray romantics are in relationships, others are not. I am, and I really love Derek, and he's pretty much the only person I really love, like romantically. I just really want a lot of close platonic friendships with my guy friends and all that. I don't really want to do like crazy romantic things. I don't really want to make out. Um, and of course, I really don't want to have sex. I mean, I don't hate sex. I've had it before, like several times, and I do enjoy the physical feel of it, but it's just not something that I really want to do. And people make a big fuss over losing their virginity, and I don't get it. So, um, yes, I get aroused, but not by people, not even by Derek, and Derek's okay with that. He's not mad about that. That's not a deal breaker to him. Like I get aroused more so reading dirty fan fiction and like those Anne Rice, like the very sexual Anne Rice books. But if it's like between two other people, yeah, I get aroused. But me thinking of doing it with somebody else, it just doesn't excite me. And no, I don't have problems with my libido. I'm fine. Um, when it comes to romantic relationships, I just want to like watch metal documentaries, talk about the stuff I like, and just find a common interest with somebody. And thankfully, I have that with Derek. And like, I'll be fine with like kisses and cuddles. I'm totally fine with that. That doesn't even bother me. And I was treated so horribly when I first came out, and I didn't understand why. And people just have this. People are just so fucking crazy about sex, and I don't get it. And it's just weird to me. And if y'all are into that stuff, fine. But I'm just not a dirty person, and I've just realized I'm okay with it. I don't care to, like watch porn and I mean reading dirty stuff like that'll like excite me, but that's just how I get my fix of like if I do have a sex drive. I don't like sex scenes in movies. Go figure. I just I just wish when I first came out I was treated better and I had a partner who like was accepting of it. Thankfully Derek is. I just hated that I got so much backlash when I first came out, and that's why it's just hard for me to come out to people and talk about it. I worn a black ring on my right middle finger. A lot of asexual people do this, and y'all are probably wondering why I've done this. This is the only ring I wear, and I wear it because, I was alone during that time of coming out, and I just I just wanted to let myself know that, there's no shame in being who I am, and I'm okay with it. And thankfully nowadays I've had so much more support for it, and that makes me really happy. Um no, I'm not a prude, and I'm not even a virgin. The worst thing I've ever been told about being asexual was it's just a shitty excuse to say you're a virgin, which the person who said that is probably still a virgin. So just saying, and I'm not. So yeah, but I'm happy with who I am, and I don't see anything wrong with me. And um I love people like Yasmin Benoit. Like she really busts the myths about asexuality, and that makes me really happy. And plus she's a metalhead too, which makes me happy. I don't watch BoJack Horseman, but the character Todd, um, that is like the best interpretation, the best representation of asexuality I have ever seen, and that makes me really happy. And it clarifies that yes, asexuals can get married and fall in love, and just do normal things. Some asexuals do have sex. I really don't want to do it really much anymore. Like taking baths with my partner, yeah, I'll be fine with that, but that's as far as I get to intimacy. Of course, cuddling and kissing, holding hands, but yeah, I just want to eat pizza with my partner and listen to metal and just, torture them with weird questions, and just, it's stuff like that that make me happy in a relationship. And Derek is okay with it, and that makes me. And I told him right off the bat when he told me he liked me, and he was just so okay with it, and he cared so much about me, and it didn't bother him, and he supported me, and that made me really happy. Um, a couple my favorite characters is Todd from BoJack. With when it comes to being asexual, um, that's just the first thing I could think of at the top of my head. Um, Mouse Fur from Warriors. She's aromantic and asexual. Just she was kind of indirectly confirmed to be aromantic. I love her, like her very platonic friendship with Longtail. That always makes me very happy to see. Like they're not a romantic couple, but just they have something going on, and that makes me happy. Um, my honest opinion, Little Cloud from Warriors is asexual and gay, but that's just my opinion. Um, I'm like talking my head off about Warriors. I had to. I know Lilith, I think from the Owl House, is asexual too. There's there's one episode of House that pissed me off. House MD, and maybe y'all know what it is. They they mentioned an asexual couple, and they talked about it as if they had a disease and they needed to be fixed, and I didn't like that. And a lot of people who are asexual and watch that probably hated it too. So no, it's not a disease. We're not sick. We're just normal people. We're just not sexually attracted to anybody, and that's okay. And a lot of us want to have kids, and we do get aroused, and some of asexual people do watch porn. I don't, but some of them do, and that's cool. I will also not talk about if I touch myself or not. I don't want to talk about that on camera. But anyway, But yeah, I'm just happy with who I am, and I'm so glad that I'm not ashamed of who I am anymore. And funny enough, I remember in high school, because I wore the ring ever since high school. I even had a hematite ring at one point, but it broke. But this is just a regular silicone black ring. I went to a school play. Me and one of my brothers went to go see a Christmas Carol. I was a senior in high school, and I love a Christmas Carol. That's probably my favorite Christmas story, but that's something different. So I saw somebody starring in the play, and they had the black ring on their right middle finger, and that made me so happy to see. I mean, maybe they weren't wearing it for that reason, but maybe they were. But anyway, it just makes me happy to see that. And in senior year of high school, when I left my abusive ex, because y'all know that he started treating me different after I came out, and his family treated me like crap because they were a stereotypical religious family that believed metalheads are bad. So anyway, um, when I left him and started being around people who supported me, that really changed everything. And my favorite teacher and my classmates and my friends that I wrote in journalism and my writers club that I was in, they all supported me, and that made me happy. And I slowly see asexuality being uh what's the word? It's still not 100% accepted by the media, and I expect that, but it's slowly starting to get better representation, and that makes me really happy. But yeah, I'm not crazy about pride, but I just don't want to be ashamed of who I am anymore. So yeah, I'm asexual, I'm gray romantic, and I'm not broken. I'm still a metalhead, I'm still a fantasy lover, I'm still just everything I am, and I wouldn't change who I am. Anyway, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.